All right, welcome to today's vlog. I hope you guys really like the bridleless blindfolded trick that I did on night trips last week. I can tell you I am definitely glad that was over. That actually was a touch nerve-wracking for a second there till I got that done.
The liability.
I know you were worried about the liability, Tim.
Liability.
But anyway, I've gotten a bunch of people asking about the facility, Ruckman Ranch here. And so anyway, I thought we'd take a little time today and walk you through and show you the actual place. And who better to show us than Tim Ruckman, the owner, designer, builder, mastermind.
Careful, Mary Beth might take that away from you.
Oh, well, yeah, Mary Beth's not here.
I don't really know who did the designing, but.
Yeah, so
we got
with help. So half of
just
the power
the grunt and the sweat on this side, the designing on her side.
All right, well, perfect. Well, let's get started. Let's show everybody the place. Let's go check this arena out. What do you say? It's 125 by 250?
125 by 250. Company out of California, CDC.
What about the fencing? I mean, I think we could probably keep a pet elephant or rhinoceros in here. It's so strong.
If anybody knocks that fence down, more game to them.
I mean, look at this.
It's about as mammoth of a fence as I can possibly build.
And it's unique, the look too, with it turned like that. I mean, it's really cool.
Had this fence built at my last house, loved it so much, we decided to carry it on. Kind of went overboard. I don't think it had to be this thick.
Well, overboard seems to be kind of the theme. I mean, I love music. I mean, we have 16 speakers up here, and I got to show. And how many arenas have their own Wi-Fi?
Right. There's 3 Wi-Fi ports throughout the arena.
Watch this.
But now everything's online.
Just like that. So I can do it horseback, of course. We can change it. I'm always fighting with Lee on what we listen to. He listens to that headbanger stuff.
Death metal or country.
But I mean, look at that. How cool is that? And then what about the LED lights?
LED lights.
So I mean, everything's taken care of in this arena, but we all know, especially if you ride reining horses, the ground's everything. It's something that we're always trying to deal with. But I mean, we've got the base perfectly level underneath. We've got about a couple inches of this topsoil on top. I know you come in here and you help us a lot with this ground, trying to get it right. It's like we get it right, and it never fails. It's never just right for us. We're probably the most high maintenance, complaining, disciplined under the sun. I know it. I embrace it. It's okay. Like, well, you don't have to agree with it, right? I'm standing here.
It's never my fault. It's always the ground fault. It's not the horse's fault. It's the ground's fault.
Yeah, it's a big deal. The ground's a big deal. Well, let's go show them the round pen and the hot walker. On the way over, you guys can see the outdoor track here. This is awesome. It's got no fences, so it really makes it feel even bigger. Every distraction you'd want, which is what I want. So I know if my horses are, they're really steering, if they're really with me. I know if they're really, yeah, I know if they're not. That's right. This was the location for the night trip stop. On the way out, you can see we've got the patience poles here. We tie horses out here to dry, or horses that are saddled up, getting ready to get ridden.
Kind of a fun part on these new patience poles is that we actually have a bearing where it's a free spin all the way around. Never have a problem with anybody binding up, or these are safe. They're always spinning, so they can't get tied up in that thing.
Now, what's so over the top with this? You guys will see when we get to the barn. He made the wood match the wood in the barn. Like, that's like pretty.
That's a Mary Beth thing. We got to make sure that everything is matchy around here.
I mean, even inside. But you put the shredded rubber in here.
Crumb rubber.
Crumb rubber. Okay.
This is a shredded tire with all of the wire removed. Want to make sure that the horses are basically walking on Reeboks.
Yep. Then you've got it covered for us, which is great. So
the heat's off.
Heat's off.
It's sprinkled. So just in case we get a little dust in here with the dirt coming up from the bottom anyway, we can sprinkle it just a little bit.
So the horses stay comfortable and don't overheat. Well,
everything's about the horses, right? And then, given our schedule, rain in the winter, we don't have to stop. I mean, we've got the cover for sure, but having this, we can still get them out, still keep a regular schedule. Nothing slows us down.
Yep.
Can't have a ranch without a tractor and a
drag.
And a drag. There she is. Multiple tractors. We got all size tractors for all size projects. Once again, you can see the fence for our pen here is painted to match. Why wouldn't you? 60-foot round pen. Got our pole in the middle. Do a lot of training in here. You guys have seen me do some tutorials, some groundwork and stuff in here in this round pen. This is I guess you could call this a bullpen. It's got the tall fence. And just to show you guys just the attention to detail, you know, we've got racks here for our equipment on the arena, and Tim actually with his, you made these yourself, didn't you? Mm-hmm. We each have our own rack, although I'm not sure how much riding you're gonna do, Tim, but you've got yours.
That's why you see not so much on mine.
Yeah, Giago's got one here. What about that swirl there? That was a cool story. Isn't that supposedly the world's largest swirl that's been moved?
We relocated 18 swirls in this property and about 36 trees when we were making all this happen. And the guys that did all the relocation, they were telling me about this swirl. And they said, this is the biggest thing we've ever moved. And I think we're gonna apply for Guinness Book of World Record for the biggest relocated swirl.
Yeah, so we broke a world record, guys, just so you know.
I think so.
I know.
They didn't come out and film it, but they said take all the tape you can and send it in for...
We don't need to confirm it, we just know. That's the biggest. And
relocated.
It's here on Ruckman Ranch. That's all you need to know, guys. And what's so cool is like the mixture here of, the barn looks amazing, but it's everything goes back to the horses. It's got to be what's good for them, and we got that too. So it's not like, oh, you've been to some places and they look really fancy, and you're like, well, the horses got these little tiny stalls. This is not that. This is everything. I mean,
these are 12 by 12.
LED lights in every stall on a timer. Nelson Waters. Got the fire line in here at the city in case, you know, God forbid something happens. What about the misting system, Tim? So when it gets hot, it gets hot here in Arizona in the desert. You came up with this idea. I just kind of threw stuff out. Places I've been to, Karen and I kind of came up with ideas on stuff that we thought worked well in barns in the past, and then you pretty much took those ideas and then you turn it into something even better. Oscillating fans with misters would be great. And you're like, well, yeah, but then you get calcification all over everything. Why not a mister line down the middle that's independent and have the fans blowing?
Mix it all up. We've kind of figured out that if you turn this thing on for 20 minutes and then turn it off for 20 minutes and then turn it on for 20 minutes.
I mean, look at that. This is all to try to keep these horses as comfortable as we can. We've got a digital thermometer that also runs through an app here, so we know what the temperature in the barn is at all times. You know, we've got pavers, and then right in our working area, which I thought this was a great idea, you've got this, what is it, sprayed rubber?
This is actually another crumb rubber that's epoxied in. We wanted to make sure that the horses, where they're kind of sitting at in the barn the most, they need to have kind of Reeboks again, or like in the round pen or the hot walker.
Let's go to the tack room.
Oh, wait, before you go to the tack room, right in front of the tack room, Mary Beth's import from Italy.
Mary Beth's signature here.
She wanted chandeliers in her barn. By God, she got chandeliers.
Our working saddle rack right here, and you see how close that is to the cross ties. But then at the end of the day, instead of lugging those things in, Tim's got it set up to where we just do that. And you can lock it up and you're done.
It's done.
But then come on in here. So nice and neat with the bridles. You can see everything you want to use. We've got a lot of our show saddles right over here. Tim put in this cabinets here for us. We've got all our miscellaneous stuff. You know, you always got stuff. Got an ice machine in there. We've got a lot of therapy stuff that we keep. We've got 2 TheraPlates dug down in the ground. That just makes it where the horse doesn't have to walk up on it. There's no issues, no danger. It's really safe. And we just put them on here. That increases blood flow in their legs. When those horses get rinsed off, We got to let them dry. They got to stand somewhere. Why not stand on a TheraPlate? Here we've got the horse tanning bed. No, it's heat lamps there. I'll turn it on. That gets hot. So this really just dries them off fast. You know, in the winter time, we're trying to get them dried off. You know, we do have a lot of horses to work, but it's also good for their backs too. It's good for the muscles. You get a horse that's a little sore in the back, you bring them in here. I mean, and honestly, it feels good right now. All right, we showed you almost everything in the barn. I almost forgot the signature
One of the most
spot.
important parts.
I think you can't have a barn without a bar.
This is so we could sit in here and have our wine and watch Matt. He entertains
Make sure
us
he's
while
doing
we
his
have-
job.
Yeah, while we
They
have
do
our
that.
drinks.
Trust me, they do
We
that a
do
lot.
it.
Well, and with what, I mean, you climatize this, so it doesn't matter, you know, if it's too hot, they're in here with the doors closed. If the weather's nice, the door's open. I gotta tell you, I mean, we can't finish this tour without me having a drink. I mean, look at this full kitchen, stove, oven. Look at this wine wall, all custom. Oh, no, I'm not having that today.
Oh,
I'm having TX.
He's having TX.
I'm having TX. Thank you guys. You guys always
keeping us stocked.
there's always a full bottle around. When I run out, there's another one right there. This I won on Rio, on Shiny Work Boots, Mr. Ginger Snaps. That was my ticket. That's like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. You got the golden ticket. That's my golden ticket into this year's Run for a Million right there.
Enough about your horses. Let's start talking about horsepower.
Yeah.
I told you why this place had to be built is that we needed a shop.
This is all a front, everybody,
This is
just
all
so
a
you
front.
know.
Yeah.
This is all a front. Tim has
Listen,
never.
we agreed to this, we're like, we have to let Tim have his fun and have his shop so we can have ours.
Yeah.
Right.
And now that this is all done, there's only two places that you'll find Tim. He's either here in this lounge or it's in his shop down there. Look at this place. You guys are lucky. Not everybody gets a chance to come in here and see this. It's got a, what is that, a funny car body up there?
Oh yeah.
Horses and horsepower.
Matt's 1 horsepower. We're screwing around with 4,000 horsepower.
Wow. Just like that, just boom, completely minimized everything I do.
On this
Now-
tour, you guys got me dry and thirsty, so
We all have drinks, but Tim does not.
Tim is
Time to cool that down with an ice cold cool.
that's exactly right.
Oh,
That's
look at
exactly
that.
right. All right.
How you don't have a Coors Light sponsorship, I have no idea.
This should be the silver bullet.
I think
it really should
absolutely.
be.
I mean, look at the
Y'all have never seen.
Ruckman Ranch logo on the wall right here.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think we're coming to the end of our tour here. I think Tim's had about enough of this, but I want to give you a little taste, or Tim's going to give you a little taste of real horsepower. Listen to this.